it is Steph and Heather, and it's real and raw. And Mark's over there. We still are having some technical difficulties with the mic. So by next week, we're hoping to have him mic'd up again. So this week's topic is about toxic relationships. So what that looks like, frenemies, we all have them. We're going to show you how to spot those out. The energy vampires, my least favorite. Narcissist, manipulators, passive aggressive. I mean, just the jealous bitches and hoes out there. So we're going to kind of dive into those quickly.
We could throw dicks in there too, because there are
some assholes.
Men could be
assholes
and
dicks.
Jealous as well.
Yeah. Yes, jealousy for sure. And just the one that I consider the most covert of them all is like this ambivalent friend, which from everything that I've experienced and everything that I've, researched on and just like listening to other people, I feel like the ambivalent friend is the friend that is going to drain us the most. So it's all about keeping our energy high, kind of cutting these ties, and just seeing the signs of these types of relationships, because they're in our families. Sorry, they are. They're our siblings, not mine. Mine's cool. Davey, you're good.
And, they're attracted themselves to certain people.
Oh, to the
They
light.
Love to cling
Yes.
to certain types of people, and we'll get into that.
Yeah, empaths and things like that.
Yes.
So, yes. So, when I first was divorced in 15 years, actually 18 years ago, we separated. That was my first eye opener into, okay, I got to clean up. I've got now a whole new set of friends. Now I got a whole new set of rules. I'm divorced. Now I'm going to take inventory on relationships and friendships. My life is completely changed, right? So my thing that I started to do right out of the gates, which was probably one of the most helpful things that I've ever done, is I had a very easy litmus test. I was like, so if I'm going to go to lunch with this person, say, a group of girls, and if I feel really drained at the end of this, then I'm going to see again if I go out with this person. And if this happens again, this person's draining me. I'm just going to stop doing it.
Honing in on somebody in the group.
Correct.
Okay.
Right. Well, just people in general, but I don't know why that kind of clarity came to me. It was like, it's really easy. Yeah. How do you feel after you leave this lunch or this dinner or this? How are you feeling? Check the fuck in.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And then it's really kind of easy, because sometimes you feel anxious. Right? Have you ever had that where you were like having a kick-ass day and then you go like hang out with a friend, right?
Or a group, but then there's maybe that one bad apple that's in there that you could love this person, have whatever you think is a good relationship.
Right.
No matter what you feel.
A history.
A lot invested, and then afterward or even during, you're kind of starting to notice like
your stomach's hurting, nervous, or you're just you're anxious, or depleted,
irritable.
Yes, all of these things. And so that was one of the first things that I did, and I was shocked at just being aware after I left anywhere, and I was consciously aware of this, right? Like, oh, this person is constantly, I'm feeling drained. And so then I would go back and play, in my mind, I have one of those minds that likes to record everything. Yeah. I'm like, dude, don't try and tell me I didn't say that. I know exactly what I said.
I can't remember where I put my Ray-Ban or the SD card.
Or any card for that matter.
I will remember every freaking thing you said and how I felt.
Exactly. In the moment and what I was wearing, motherfucker. So don't try to go there, right? So I just have one of those, but I think it's easy when you're consciously looking for that and looking for these patterns. And so I think it's a great topic that you brought up a few times ago, and I'm like, yeah, let's do that, because we do have these relationships in our work and in our friendships and in our families that a lot of these are crossing over, and people don't even realize like they have a choice to not have that in their life.
They do have a choice. It just becomes awkward, extremely difficult to wean off of it or just kind of cut it loose,
Yeah,
depending on how
why?
much time
Why?
you've invested.
Yeah, and
You've invested
that's
a lot of
why.
time.
It's time.
Time
People
investment.
but think of like the future. Like people like, "Oh, but that's my sister." Your
Yeah.
sister's an
Oh, it's my
asshole.
sister. Oh, it's my best friend. Oh, it's the
Yeah, but
love
oh,
of
I've
my
known
life.
that person
Oh,
for
it's
25
my mother,
years
my
or
father, my brother. I'm just not saying
right.
mine. I'm just giving an example. You
Right.
know, it could be those very close relationships. A lot of those people have personality disorders.
Right. Well, there's just so much going
Yeah.
on, and just because you have a history with someone
Doesn't mean
doesn't
you
mean
can
that that
allow yourself.
alliance, that you get to be somebody's personal dumping ground just because
Mhm.
you share DNA with them.
And it's not always overt that they're dumping on you. Sometimes it takes a minute, even to the if they're really good, to the point when you get home and you're kind of going, wait, did they? Wait, they said this or they did that or wait, now I feel like they really meant that. And it
Right,
takes a minute to
right.
process.
Because some of the stuff that, so let's just dive into some of the
Yeah, give
ways.
me an example
Okay.
of what.
So
Give me
I
one.
think like passive aggressive. That's one of my least favorite of the offenders. Okay. Because I'm
Yes.
just I don't even want to say I'm aggressive, but I'm more aggressive. There's nothing really passive here.
Right. Be aggressive.
Like just
right.
don't
gonna throw
Jedi
me
mind
something.
trick me.
Right.
Like stop playing mind
Well,
games
because
with
I'll
me.
know that you're doing it.
Yeah, so what does that look like? That looks like, well, that's great for you. I would, but that's nothing I personally would do. But I think that's really good for you, Steph. And so when somebody's leaving you with that, well, wait, what? Like that feels weird. Like I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like you have to sort of decode
There's
the
so
message.
many ways to be passive aggressive.
Yeah,
It
so
can look
give me some
so
examples.
many
There
ways.
are. People are clever too. They've
Like
been working these systems for years, sometimes
just
multiple decades.
anything. Like I mean, I have. If I give specifics,
Yes.
these people will know who I'm
That's
talking
all right.
about. I have to be like that. I've got to be very.
I hope it's just not me.
I have to be a little bit more. I have to.
Covert.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to be a little more creative about this and sort of convert it to
Okay.
something else. So, for instance, like if you work with somebody, we'll say, and you know that they have this personality, maybe not right away, but you've come to understand that they do this, and then you start to think, oh, maybe they're a little insecure about themselves. I'll let it slide. But they'll say things like, "Hey, I noticed you were like 5 minutes late today. That's cool. I mean, I know you have to drive far, and the rest of us live close.
Yeah.
Do you want me to iron your smock? Probably needs ironed, or that shirt.
So you got a
Wanna
couple.
change into another shirt, or
Yeah, you got like several dings. Like this was like
like
they were like pinballing you, and now you got hit by 5 or 6 things, but they do it under the guise of, "Oh, let me help you out. Oh my gosh, don't worry about it. I mean, you were late and all, but don't worry about it." Okay. So
stuff like that. It's stuff like that.
absolutely, because then you know what? They're doing it with a smile and with this different tone that isn't matching what they're saying, and it leaves you feeling like, wait, what?
I know
Wait.
you've been really stressed out this week. You've got a lot on your plate. I don't. My husband's really, really good about
Oh,
things.
yeah. Well, I don't have to work, but I'm sorry.
And I
Yeah,
don't
but
have to
you
work.
do.
And I know you've got a lot on your plate. So please, I know it's so hard for you right now.
Right, but
Things are
just give me
really
a call
hard,
next time you're going to be late, because it does put the rest of us out. But I know
does.
you didn't mean to do it.
But I'm always here to help because I don't have a lot to do. I don't work.
Yeah,
I know. You
right,
have to-
right.
So just let me know.
Exactly. So now what that looks like energetically. Now we're
Tell
gonna
me what
take
that is,
that
because
that person. So first of all, just think of the energy that you have to now devote to somebody's nonsense that they created with you, right? So now you're like, wait a minute.
You mean as the receiver?
Yeah, as the receiver, okay? Not as the giver. The giver's just unloading on you, right? This is like
Man, they've got
an
a black-
emotional
They got a
dumping ground.
black fucking aura, don't they?
Oh, they
Freaking dark.
do. They do. But they make it
Emperor,
look so
Star
pretty.
Wars Emperor.
Yeah, they do. They make it look really pretty though, okay? Cuz these people are good at
They
it,
are good.
right? Cuz they've been doing it for a while, a
Long
lot of
time.
them. Yeah, this isn't their first time around
Not their
the
first
sun
rodeo.
over here.
Not their first rodeo.
Not at all. So what that does to us energetically, and I'll just tell you from me personally, because I work better with just my own stories, not hypotheticals, but I think, I'll come home and I'll be like, I'm drained.
Mhm.
There are days after work, like if I've had to work with customers that are really, they're heavy, they're dense, or I'm just combating their emotional upheaval, right? I'm exhausted. But this happens with a lot of people that were in my life for a while, and I was like, wait a minute, like I just spent 2 hours of my life, probably more, probably a 3 hour commitment
Yeah.
total to listen to you brag on yourself and your little snotty kids. Sorry, we all have kids, but
Oh, that's a whole other. Ooh.
like it's not a tennis match here. It's like you playing wall ball by yourself and I'm just here watching you, giving you a thumbs up, like I started to realize if there's not this balance in a relationship, I mean, I'll try it for a little while because sometimes a friend needs me more or I may need a friend more. That's not what I'm saying. But it is apparent to me when somebody is draining me or
Yeah.
using me,
Yes.
right? And I want the fuck out.
Or they're so insecure about themselves, and maybe there's something that they think that you have that they don't have, or
Jealousy.
maybe they'll say things like, you know, they have a child, you have a child, your child does certain things, their child does certain things, but they're always talking about what their child has accomplished and how their child looks, and oh, perfect, 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 perfect. And if you just insert one little, well, but mine did this for a minute, they go, oh, well, mine would do that too,
Yeah,
better
it's the
than
me
yours.
too, the
They don't say
one-upping.
better than yours, but they'll say, well, mine could do that too.
Yeah,
If
or
he or
no,
she
mine
had
did
devoted,
this.
but because they haven't, they're doing this now, and they could do exactly what, like, they don't even give you a minute for your life or your
Well, you
child's
don't
life.
get
Not even a
much.
minute.
No, you get
Don't get a
no
minute.
airtime.
No.
And that to me, look,
And if they just pretend to give it to you, it's because
yeah.
they're waiting. They don't want to really hear what you're saying. They're waiting to say what they have to say. They're
Right.
not really taking it in, paying attention, and devoting like a real, true, heartfelt opinion or advice. It's, when is she going to shut the hell up so I can say what I need to say to brag and go on about myself or my kid?
Right, exactly. And so those instances, if you start to look at your week, right? How much time I can proudly say I devote little to no time to that nonsense.
Yeah,
I just
I
can't.
can't anymore.
I can't, but I did. I
Not
listen,
going
I
to
signed
anymore.
up for that kind of stuff for a while because I was like, "Oh, well, this person likes me." Well, no, what they like about me is they're draining me, right?
They're
They're
doing it because
taking
they're
my
taking
life
your
force, right?
energy.
And
Yeah.
or they're feeling, there's something about me that is they're siphoning, right? And
Oh, yeah.
this
They
is
get to
not a
put their
balance.
finger right in you and recharge what they've depleted.
Right, right, because you see them almost coming to life as
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
as you need life
That's
support
what I
as
mean.
you're walking out from the lunch table.
It's like a subconscious, for them, attraction to this
The
type
light.
of person that they know, I'm just going to drain it. I'm going to drain, drain, drain.
Right, but it's subconscious, like you
Yeah.
said. Like they don't
Yeah.
know that they're doing it, but that's what like a lot of narcissists they call it the host, right? And I don't like to
Oh, it
even
is
use
like a
the
parasite. I
yeah,
know.
because not everybody look we all have, we not just say all, but there's narcissistic traits in a lot of people that aren't true narcissists. So I don't like to
There's a spectrum.
yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
everybody has a little bit. If you have an
Right.
ego at
You have
all,
an
which we
ego,
all
yeah.
have, you have to survive with an ego, but if it's to the point of malignant narcissism,
Where you're just absolutely siphoning from somebody else.
and it's a sad
In a
existence.
manipulation.
They're sad. It's a sad thing for them to be living like that.
Right,
has
but
to
here's
suck.
the thing.
That has to
Sad,
suck.
but move on. I'm
Move
not. Yeah,
on.
no, not for
Don't
me.
devote any more time
No, do
or
not.
energy to it. But it's just sad, like, because you can. I don't think you can. I don't know that can be cured traditionally.
Right.
It has to be something
Okay,
like
so I got a
ayahuasca.
question. So women, I tend to have more male friends than women friends.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
according to some people that I know, that's impossible. They just all want to sleep with you.
that's what I've heard too.
Yeah, and I
I think
know
I think there's merit to that. I do. I mean, I
might be,
think
but
but I still try. I'm still constantly trying to have male friends. And a lot of times it doesn't work because
Mark, is it true? Can we have male friends? We have a male to tell us.
I mean, I have female friends.
But you have to not be attracted to her, right? Is that the thing? Like, if he's actually, we'll say that
Okay.
you and I are friends. If you aren't attracted to me, you can be my friend. But if you have that attraction for me, you're gonna want more. Is that correct? Can I go with that?
Me and my female friends may have done some things, and then we decided to be friends.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so there was.
So there was an
There
attraction,
was
but there's
something.
not that want or desire to carry on a relationship.
Okay, but I can tell you 100% from my perspective and as a female, that is not the case with me. I can be friends with a
I
man
can too. I
and
can too,
not
but
have-
that's
even if I thought he was good looking and not have any
Same.
sexual.
Same, but that's a female perspective. Males are not like that. They are here to spread seed,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Like they really are. Conquer, you mine. Let me
cave,
drag
man.
you off
Let
to
me
my
club you over the
cave.
head, Wilma.
Where's my
Fred
dinner,
Flintstone.
bitch?
Insert Fred Flintstone with the
My
club.
lady friends are definitely very attractive, but it's personality-wise didn't work out.
Who-
So that's
Okay.
where we became
Okay,
friends.
so but the full attraction wasn't there anymore. Okay. All right. So fake friends. Now those are really toxic. And what does that look like? And how does that like impact our lives? Because they're so
They're using-
draining.
Fake friends are really only there because they need you for something.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And
right.
now
Leverage.
I happen to be in an industry that there's a huge risk for that, because
Right.
I do Botox and things
Yeah.
like that for
Why do you think I'm
huge
here?
risk. And you're one of them. And I've been questioning this all along.
Why do you think you're sitting there,
You're
darling?
there because of that.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, and so are you because you've had
Oh,
positions
yeah.
like that.
Absolutely.
Care and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Like, you're very supportive. You do a lot for people and you're very creative and you just do a lot. So that's a risk. But tell us how yours looks when you have. I can.
Well, it usually starts off hot and heavy, and that's something that I have learned.
doesn't
Hot and
it?
heavy, men, female, like the wrong relationships. A lot of times, female.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They're like, you're the like
Yay,
I'm
no
so
problem,
great. You're
fine.
so great. Oh, I love being around you. Can't and I love being around them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like this quick romance because they're basically courting me.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
And
It happens in female relationships that are non-sexual friendships. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, it
And
does.
then
It does.
you get swept away
Uh-huh.
because you're like, if the person for me is fun and they can make me laugh, oh, for
Mhm,
God's sake,
mhm, mhm.
like we are on, like I'm on this, and you're free spirited.
I don't do that very often anymore.
I don't
stick to
either,
my,
not anymore.
Core group, other than
Yeah.
because
Oh yeah,
y-
you know
y-
me.
you got that charisma too, girl.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, right. But no,
But
that's what happens to me,
Yeah.
or had happened, and I started to notice like, oh, give it enough time, and then it starts to look like resentment and jealousy because they do want to be a part of something. Like usually, it was when I was starting maybe a new business or, something, and I'm fun. I'm fun, and so I think
too.
people like.
And you are fun.
Well, I think.
Streets of traffic start jumping, folks like me on the job from 9 to 5.
It's because again, I don't subscribe. I think they like that side of me that is ballsy. I don't really care I too much about what most people think, and
They want
they want
represent
that.
something that they can be.
correct. They want
They want
that.
you to teach them without asking you. Teach me how to be like you.
Well,
I'm
and I
gonna
don't
be
mean it
around
like
you.
that. That sounds really conceited.
I'm saying it.
Yeah.
You didn't say it. I'm
But-
saying it.
but
And
you know
that's
what I
the
mean?
truth.
It's-
that's.
But that
I've
side-
experienced that. I've experienced that. They want to emulate and they screw up a little bit. They might like your shirt or the way your style, the way you walk. And
right. Don't
try
say
to
me
do it-
though, but you mean just generally speaking, not me.
in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah, right.
We
Not me,
both-
guys. I don't think like anybody's
No.
looking to be a mini Steph out
But
there.
we both have had people, kind of do that.
Yes.
And it's kind of,
It's flattering.
there's a saying, what is it? What is it? Copying.
Yeah, it's a-
something is the best form of flattery.
Best form of flattery.
What-
Imitation.
imitation
Is the best
or
form of flattery,
yes, is
yes.
the best form. Which great.
To a certain extent,
To a certain
yeah.
extent,
But you
but
don't want
wanna be
single white
female.
No,
Where
no.
you're just like copying tattoos that
Right,
are on,
yeah.
like, calling up the husbands and
Yeah.
come to my house.
Oh, those are I'm gonna just assume that might have happened to you.
And let me do the same business that you're doing the way
Right.
you're doing it.
Right.
And
Change your
also have
phone
the same
number.
people.
That's wild. No, so there are some neurotics out there, but generally
Right.
to me, the ones who just waste your time
Yeah.
and don't bring value to the table, it is time to cut those people out of your main life, right? Yes, you can see them on the outskirts, I think, but like what happened to me is when I was able to finally recognize who these people were, it was kind of lonely because I'm like, wow, well, there's only, I had a whole,
Group.
playground of people. And now I'm, back to a core group. But I feel like that core group is all I really need. And then
Yeah.
I still go out and I
And
can
here-
see these people. They're
pull here
not
and there,
bad.
here
It's
and
not a
there.
bad person. It's just they have no idea that what they're doing is wasting your time and theirs.
But what I've noticed with some of these people is I don't know that they have a core group. I've never
Maybe.
I've never really seen, like, I'm a little bit older now, so when new people like that come into my life, I don't notice that they have like a, and it's been a while since that's happened.
Right,
It's
right.
been a while. But what we're talking about is people like this, they become somewhat dependent on you.
Right. Oh, they
For their
absolutely.
entire social existence.
Right, for that or for whatever emotional
Emotional.
support you're giving them, right? So
Right.
I did have one friend who would call all the time
Yeah.
and be like, I need your help. It was always like, I need you. And they would just, it didn't,
Manipulate.
they wouldn't even like, I remember it was Christmas Eve and I was running a retail store. So I hadn't gone shopping for my own damn family,
Yeah.
all right? So I was just, like Christmas Eve, okay, I need to leave the store. Let me, go do my last minute, first minute shopping, right?
Yes.
I get a call and this person is just absolutely
Falling apart.
Didn't even let me say barely hi. I mean, just heard the phone, hello, and boom, she was gone. I mean, on a race of 45 minutes. And I'm running around and I mean, I haven't said 6 words, but this was not even just a one-off. This was like all the time. And I thought, what was happening to me was I was getting pissed.
Yeah.
I'm like, how dare you? Like, you're not even, this is like the 7th time we've gone over this. You don't really
But why
looking
does
for
it
advice.
work? Because once in a while, or maybe more than once in a while, they will throw things in like, I
That's
experienced, I lost this, or I had a loss in my family, or I had lost my job, or something happened that makes them keep throwing it back, maybe.
right. Or they'll throw you that
Milking
one.
that.
They throw you that one bone of, oh, but yeah, no, that happened to you. Remember when that happened to you?
Remember you went through that night?
Yeah, and so hang on, I'm
doing
gonna loop you back in here for a second,
Yeah.
and then I'm going off to the races again, and I'm gonna chew your ear off, and that's what happens. And
Or it gets like, I know you like it too, because you told me you like it too. So can
Yeah.
we do this or that? Because remember, you said you did
Right,
it, or you
right.
wanted to do it.
yeah, but that's the thing
You're
is like
going, what did I?
you start to feel like a hostage with your own time, right? So
Yeah.
here I am on this phone with.
And guilty. You feel guilty.
Yeah, well,
Like,
I
said no,
was
you
I
feel- you
wasn't
feel
feeling
like, ugh.
guilty anymore. I was just feeling like resentment,
Yeah, that comes.
anger,
That
like,
does-
but I wasn't expressing it, right? So, and I think a lot of people do that because they don't. All of a sudden, we need to feel bad because this person is abusing our friendship, right?
Mhm.
And that's the part where I'm like, this is fucked up.
Do they know it?
I don't know. I think that they might consciously know. I think maybe they do and they don't give a shit, but I think they getting away with it. This is the issue, is that the more that this is not brought to somebody's attention, right? The more they get away with it. And if everybody's allowing this person to just kind of, just steamroll all these people without we're allowing it, and that's a disservice
Such
to them.
But it's such a skill level. Like
It is.
It's such a level of manipulation and gaslighting and manipulate
And guilt.
well,
It's
I mean,
guilt.
it's you're just like kind of going, well, oh geez, I need to worrying about what they think and what they're gonna say and what.
Right. What are they going to think of me? Well, first of all, do you even want to be on this conversation? And I had to even ask myself, look, okay, so am I worried about what they're going to think of me? Look what they're doing to me. And so I think that that's the biggest thing is that we've been conditioned to be this, oh, well, I need to listen. This person has told you the same story 14 fucking times. They didn't even ask if they didn't care that you were at the doctor's office waiting.
They are taking notes on how you being yes person. Okay, yes. You never really say no.
And
it's just kind of like they take it's like a form of currency for them.
They're getting a payoff.
Yeah, they are.
They're getting a payoff. So
Yeah.
they're unloading on you essentially, right?
Yeah.
Whoever's picking up that bat line, right? They are unloading and now they are giving it to you. And they don't need to work it out anymore because they just really handed you their garbage and they're going to come back around and do it again.
Yeah.
And again, as long as you are there to pick it up.
Well, and people like us will think, okay, I'm the stronger of the two. It's my responsibility. I have more, strength to me when it comes to this, and so I guess I'm just
No,
gonna be
those
there
are
to support
one-offs.
it.
This is a pattern.
It's just
No. No more. And I can tell you this. My life changed when I started saying,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to feel guilty for you abusing our relationship just because you can run amok with all these other people and it is a
Yeah.
disservice to you.
Yes.
So what I had to learn
Because your higher self is telling you, what are you doing?
yeah,
You're
well, your whole
yourself.
body's telling you something's
Yes.
off. Something's off.
Yeah,
Like
and
this
if we
feels
don't listen to
uncomfortable.
it,
Well,
yeah.
what we do is we shove it down, and you know what happens there? That's called anxiety. That's called all of these autoimmune things. Like if I even feel like, my dad, he used to yell a lot, right? So the whole house has to suppress the what we want to say,
Oh, yeah.
right? So you shove
You don't
all
wanna-
of that, and
you don't want to deal with the consequences.
no, but you have to still you put that energy
Has
goes
to go
somewhere.
Has to go somewhere.
And so most people bury it inside and then they wonder why their whole body's lit up like a Christmas tree with
I
all
know.
kinds of fun ailments and such.
And then we start popping pills. and alcohol
Exactly.
and all these other
Exactly.
things,
So
right.
if you just start to, I would say it's hard to X people out. I'm not saying X them out, but at least see what's happening. At least see these toxic traits, because it's so much of it is subtle, right?
It is very.
There's a lot of subtle undermining that manipulative people do, and people who don't produce their own positive light, right? So I dated a lot of guys who were early on. I didn't know the difference between confidence and arrogance, right? And
Oh, yeah.
an egotistical,
Oh, yeah.
truly egotistical man, right? And I kept dating because they're charmers. But a lot of these people are absolute, their charisma is off the charts, but
Yeah. They're
look at the
experts.
patterns. Yeah, they're experts. This is how they siphon,
Yeah.
right? I mean, they're courting energy,
Mhm.
right? Until they get ya. And then, the dating is over
It's a
and then they're just
strategic plan that they master it. I never go into anything like with a strategic plan. I just go,
yeah, right. No, these are
they're like
they've
calculating.
crafted this.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, and it is. And it's a lot of it is subtle. But again, learning how to recognize these patterns of passive aggressiveness and once you recognize it, and I think a lot of us do, we just don't know how to undo it.
Right.
And that's the part where you got to have some courage. You got to have some fucking respect.
So a good example, and this is like a small little thing. My mom used to work for Macy's years ago, and she was always the person. She was a makeup artist for Lancome for years.
Oh, I might have known her.
She was always the one that was like, I'll do it. I'll go get the bread. I'll go
Right.
get the cookies. I'll do this. I'll drive her home. I'll pick this. I'll do all the extra things. Okay. She was
Right.
always yes. And she said there were those few people, like these energy people, that would just always count on everyone else doing it and kind of taking credit.
Right,
know?
right.
And every once in a while, they would, and everybody would say something about it. But then she said the minute I would say, I can't this time, it was like, I can't believe she can't. What? What do you mean? And if the other person who never did was like, I'll do it, it was like they were a god all of a sudden. 'Cause
Yeah.
it changed the pattern changed. And
Yes.
they were the ones that this whole time were sort of glomming onto everybody else's effort,
Yes.
and now it was like, oh, she's coming this time or she's bringing something. Marilyn can't.
Yeah, right. So you're old news,
like-
but you know how? Yeah, when your chips are down, where are these
Where are they?
these people? Right, like the people
Stepping
in your
over you.
yeah, exactly.
Looking
Or
for the-
awkward. Oh yeah. Oh, she's going through something because you're no longer providing them the service, the fuel, whatever it is that you were providing. And that was something
And
like
you've
when
set a precedent that's kind of like,
Oh, well, listen, I'll tell you, when I went through my lawsuit, this last one I had a few. Yeah. Anyway, you know who your friends are.
Yeah.
Right? You really do. There's a few people that will stick beside you, but
Yeah.
especially when it's like, in the community and people around. Oh my God,
fair weather
I had the
friends.
closest friends, and which weren't even a part of any of that, right? Meaning there was no interaction between, it was just me and another person. The awkwardness, and I was like, oh. And at first, you as a human, you get your feelings hurt,
Yeah.
right? You're like, wait, but then you realize, like, oh wow, well, thank you for showing me who you really are.
Yeah.
Because and then they straggle back around, years later, like, oh, I'm so sorry. No, get the fuck away. And I don't mean, and I know that's probably not the nicest thing. I wouldn't say it like that, but in my mind, I say that, and then I look at them and I say, oh, don't worry about it, all good. But I still know who you are.
Yeah.
Like that, nothing has changed because you showed me who you are, and now I'm gonna listen.
Yeah.
I saw it, and thank you for that. But like keeping core people, this
It's
whole
somebody-
football team of friends, you don't need it.
And that's another thing. I have a lot of clients who have these football teams of friends, and I also know people, not just clients. And they I don't know if they think that maybe they believe all of these people are their true friends, but
No, I think it's also insecurity.
Yeah,
Like
I
there's
mean-
insecurity on both ends, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't do things that we're not getting a payoff from. And the martyrs of the world, God bless you, right? But you're getting a payoff by, helping others and then also talking about it,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
But that's never been one.
Well, but the whole fair weather friend, the fair weather boyfriend,
Mhm.
it's like things. I love you when you're perfect.
Right,
But you
right.
can't be a human and have a down day, a rainy day, because
Right.
I'm not used to that now with you. You're a superhero, so
Right. And that's the only version of you I
and that's
want.
the only one I want. I want to pull
Right.
you out of a closet, have you look perfect, be perfect, act perfect, talk perfect, and then put you away in the closet.
Right, but I think when we have crises, they are the best time to
To
evaluate
weed.
weed these people
Yes,
out, because
yeah.
when you
The
do,
weeds.
when you go through divorce, when you go through financial destruction, right? Like when
Anything
when
that's
you're no
traumatic,
longer able to
anything
give
that's a hard
somebody
time.
something,
Yeah.
right?
Or when you need them to now give back to
Yeah,
you. Like
reciprocate.
I've been giving. Now I need you. I don't mean money. I mean
Right.
effort.
Right. No, I used to give away my time and my services because
God.
I was a makeup artist, and living in this community, people would be like, can you do my makeup? Can you do my kids' whatever. I'd be like, yeah, no problem. And not that I can't ever say one person really, maybe a couple of them, but it was all the taking, and I
Taking.
realized, wait a minute, you just want free makeup you just want free, I'm getting it now. No, we're done.
Oh, wait. Here's a whole other level to it. You're the only one that I trust to do it. You're the only one.
No, because
who do
you're
it.
the only one that won't
You're
charge
the only
me.
one. There's nobody like you.
Right. Nobody else is a big
want.
sucker. Is really
And they're
like,
really good at like that's the manipulation with
right.
compliments.
They're stroking your ego.
Stroking it.
And they stroked it good. I was like, oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, they
Here,
know how to
what
do that
time
too.
can I be there? You want me to drive what? 6 hours?
Yeah.
On my dime? You got it.
Yeah, sign me up. That's fucking great.
Right. But oh, yes.
I'm getting a lot out of that
Hang on.
shit.
Can I get the hotel too?
And let me pay for all the food. And then put a broom up my ass and I'll sweep on the way out too, bitch.
Yeah, so basically, all right, I think we've covered at least please at least notice when people are using you. At least notice
Yeah.
when your energy is being siphoned and what that looks like. It's really easy, guys. How do you feel when you leave a restaurant after dinner with these people, or you leave a vacation with afterwards? It's always checking in. That's what I do. I check in afterwards to see, how do I actually feel? Because a lot of times I'll feel really good. Like, oh my God, that person fuels me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. And then I think, I hope I didn't siphon them, but there's this, you want an exchange of energy.
We do, but at the end of the day, we're still humans and we're not infallible. And sometimes, we need a little sleep after it, or we need a rest, or we need a break, or we're nauseated or something, because it manifests physically.
Yeah, and listen, everybody has their off days. I'm not saying, if you've had a friend for 15 years and she has an off day at lunch, you don't cut her out,
No,
right?
God, no.
I mean, but so I'm being, patterns, but they're very easy to spot if you really want to spot them. And then if you notice it and you're not going to do anything about it, that's actually even good information for you. Why? What is it in you that makes you you're so scared to cut this relationship out?
And that's the whole beauty of the word frenemy, because it's just so disguised and it's so deceiving, because then a lot of times you go, oh, well, maybe you start to question yourself. Maybe I said something.
Right. And see what you're doing right there. That's what happens. That's the time suck that people do not give any credit to, I don't believe. It's that wavering back and forth of, oh God, should I go? Should I quit? Oh, I just want to cancel. Oh God, I didn't. How many times do you?
I shouldn't have this, or maybe I
Yes.
shouldn't have that. And I know I was feeling really overwhelmed around this energy.
Yeah.
And I had to.
You got 2 hours
extricate
devoted to
myself
that.
from the whole freaking table or whatever, or the situation. But then you go, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
See,
But then something made you do it.
But all of that time, that even that internal dialogue, the stuff that wakes you up at 2, 3,
invested.
that's what's invested, and that's the part that if you just had the balls to say, you know what, this isn't working for me.
Yeah.
Take it out, and you've got all that
How about this?
time.
Let's pull an Ozzy Osbourne, okay, and let's give a tribute here.
Yeah. Oh
How
God,
about
you
let's
and
just
that
go-
Aussie, you
let's-
are.
Oh, I love him.
I
now.
know.
But how about let's go and just say, like, he used to just go, fuck off.
Fuck
on the
off.
Oh, fucking hell. Fuck off. We can't do that.
Yes, we can.
We should.
Anyway, we'll do it
We will.
politely. So anyway, that's our take on frenemies. We are not in the habit any longer of employing any frenemies, so do not sign up
Toxic
for
relationships. Yum.
Yeah. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Please subscribe and
Let us know if there's anything else you are interested in hearing.
all right. Have a great one, guys.
Bye.